In 1992, Team USA will make history as they will gather the best of the best in one team to play Olympic basketball. This lineup will include names like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Larry Bird, Clyde Drexler, Patrick Ewing, Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Scottie Pippen, and this team will usher in a new era of dominance in Olympic basketball. This squad will go on to be known as the Dream Team. And since then, it seems like every 16 years, the NBA goes through a canon event that will mark a place in history of Olympic basketball. Let's fast forward 16 years. After going down in the 2004 Olympics, Team USA needed something new, and LeBron, who was getting packed up, decided to call Kobe for help. And then Kobe will go on to drop one of the coldest responses I have ever seen.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And then just like 1992, will go on to dominate and again usher in a new era of Olympic basketball. In 2008, this team will go on to be known as the Redeem Team. And then when we fast forward another 16 years straight to the present, it has clearly happened again. 1 year ago in 2023, the FIBA World Cup happened. And in that time, Team USA was like, oh yeah, the Olympics is coming up. We'll send out second and third stringers for them. And then them boys learned real quick that it ain't gonna be that easy, as they got eliminated by Germany. And it seems like Team USA was out of the loop as they didn't know what had just happened. The rest of the world has caught up. And this was a rude awakening for Team USA, as nobody really thought this was going to happen. Well, it did, and the people around the world was talking crazy. Whenever you hear them say the word Americans like it's a slur. Stupid Americans. God forbid you brought that out of them. That is their go-to. And then to add insult to injury, this was the cherry on top to come from track star Noah Lyles, who had some choice comments for the NBA and Team USA. And believe me, this right here will have a ripple effect on the following year. Because the minute this got out, this had the NBA community in shambles. And I'm not just talking about the fans either. The media and the players as well. This sent the community for a tailspin. And then it happened. LeBron, who had no affiliation to this, announced not only is he competing on the summer 2024 Paris Olympic Games, he was also bringing everyone with him. The whole squad was going to be out there in Paris. This was hype because it meant that it was happening again. That canon event. Another reason why this was hype is because, like I said, LeBron was bringing everyone with him. And that meant that Steph Curry was inbound. LeBron and Steph, the rivalry that defined this generation, they will finally be teaming up. Never before, never again. And with this left them with 1 year to prepare. Everything that involved the FIBA World Cup was a surely needed wake-up call, because the come up of the international players of the league has been insane in recent memory. Now, international players in the NBA has always been good, but they've never been this good. And now these players are representing teams all around the world in the Olympics. And Team USA had to be ready. So here it is, 1 year later, and Team USA is here. We got marquee names like Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, AD, Jason Tatum, who pulled up with the same cut that dunked on Braun. And we got the big four of this generation: LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Kawhi Leonard. We got the big three of this generation: LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. The three that defined the NBA up until this point. And I didn't mention him, but it was on purpose. I'm going to say it right now because no one else cares anymore, because spoiler alert. What was Joel Embiid doing in Team USA? He saw that Team USA was them, so he hopped on the bandwagon. How are you a clout chaser and you already have clout? I don't get it. And I'm not even talking about France because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what they were crying about. But Cameroon needed him way more than Team USA ever did. If Team USA needed more people, they could have easily got Jaylen Brown and Kyrie Irving. But we all know Nike does not forgive or forget. If Nike has a beef with an athlete, their beefs go to the grave. The saying time heals all wounds simply has no meaning to Nike. Well, that's it. From here on out, I'm starting a petition to give Nike new slogans because they need it. Just do it is not cutting it anymore. Here are my suggestions. Squash the beef or let it go. I see they added winning is not for everyone, but from the looks of it, forgiving is not for everyone either. But anyways, right before the Olympics, they will have preliminaries in which Team USA was winning, but they weren't dominating. There were a lot of close calls, especially in the game with South Sudan. And at that point, everyone around was raising eyebrows because their expectations were on the moon. These games should have been blowouts, but instead they're winning by like 1 or 2 points. There was worry that Team USA was not going to be able to take home the gold, but they got through the preliminaries. There was many other teams that got through the preliminaries as well, like Dennis Schroeder in Germany, Giannis with Greece, Canada with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, RJ Barrett, Jamal Murray, and Dylan Brooks, Wembanyama with France, and Jokic with Serbia. Luka with Slovenia sadly will not make it through the prelims. But the stage was set. The Olympics was here. And on the evening of July 26, 2024, in the opening ceremony, Team USA picked LeBron to hoist the flag. And this will lead to Team USA versus Serbia in the first game. And look, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Them Balkan boys got washed. I don't know if you were expecting a play-by-play because you're not gonna get it from me. Serbia was one loss away from getting sent home and going back to betting on horses again. Team USA's next game will be a rematch with South Sudan, and they beat South Sudan in a convincing win. And just like that, in a span of only 2 games, Team USA was able to change the perception surrounding them entirely. For right now, I want to take a quick moment to talk about Team South Sudan as a whole. That team got a bunch of dogs. The country of South Sudan hasn't even been a country for 15 years. If you listen to the story of this team, it showed that this team just came together and started grinding. If you look at this team, they have no NBA stars that's on there. Just people who want to make something happen, which is why it was very important for Team USA to wake up. Because hunger versus complacency is a real thing. And if Team USA continued this arrogant mindset of not taking anything seriously and thinking this was going to be easy, that rude awakening they got would have been at the worst time possible. As for Team South Sudan, they will get eliminated by Serbia, but that is no discredit to them. They went against the worst teams they could have ever faced. But GG's to South Sudan, they can hoop. But getting back to Team USA, the quarterfinals will commence and it will be Team USA versus Brazil. And this was another game and another wash. It sucks that this was not the 2016 Rio Olympics, because if it was, Team Brazil's commute back after being sent home by Team USA would have been like Mikal Bridges' move from the Nets to the Knicks. The time it would take them to get back home would have been shorter than the quarterfinal itself. But a few key things happened in this game. First off, Anthony Edwards was killing. Second, LeBron and Kevin Durant have also been killing since the Olympics began. And Kevin Durant will break Lisa Leslie's record to become the all-time leading scorer. In my opinion, when it comes to basketball at least, Kevin Durant may be the most decorated Olympian of all time. He's basically the LeBron of the Olympics, to be honest. Team USA will be on to the semifinal, but before we get to the semifinal, a lot of other international teams will be eliminated, narrowing down the playing field. Greece will be knocked off by Germany, and Canada will be knocked off by France. And it will be France versus Germany in the semifinal. And after coming back down 24 in an overtime win in the quarterfinal, Serbia would knock off Team Australia to earn the right to face Team USA in the semifinal. And dog, before I even get to the semifinals, I know y'all saw Patty Mills in that game. He was hooping. hooping. Patty Mills, whenever he plays for Australia, has that same effect Jamal Murray has whenever he plays against the Lakers. Under certain very specific conditions, they become a brand new player. Like, bro, Serbia had to overcome a 24-point deficit in an overtime win. They were expecting to go up against Patty Mills. Instead, they got Superman. Oh, and Josh Giddey was good too. Hats off to him. And from here, the semifinals will begin, where France will be able to outlast Germany in a 69-73 win. In a great game. It got pretty gritty, and in the end, it was France's defense that got them the W to advance to the gold medal match. And with that, the time has finally come. The second semifinal match. Team USA versus Serbia. And look, we all could agree here, that could have been the gold medal match. I know it's probably been said already, but no joke, that game was the basketball equivalent of the Avengers versus Thanos. Nikola Jokic, without a doubt, proved why he's the best player in the world. This guy almost beat LeBron, KD, and Steph. The big three of this generation, Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid, a former MVP and a former champion. Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker, two other All-Stars. And the current NBA champ in Jason Tatum. Wait, did he even play in this game? That right there was an instant contender for Game of the Year. Bro, why does Bogdan Bogdanovic low-key makes a better Jamal Murray than Jamal Murray himself? If someone manages to make it to the NBA, trust me, they're there for a reason. In this game, him and Jokic went crazy as a duo. At this point, Jokic got that chemistry where he could team up with cardboard and make something happen with it. Him and Plank from Ed, and Eddie is shutting the whole league down. Y'all gotta see the vision. Serbia definitely saw the vision as they had Team USA on the ropes. But once Steph hit that no-look turnaround three, I knew instantly what time it was. Steph Curry has arrived. And as France is about to find out, he's here to stay. But that was in the beginning of the game. Team USA's real comeback will begin in the fourth quarter. KD will hit a falling three that would instantly set the tone. From there, it was him and Joel Embiid who would team up to make this game within arm's reach. And in the final 5 minutes of the game, it will be LeBron and Steph who would finish what they started, icing this game and move it on to the gold medal match. What a match. Steph Curry's just a cheat code, man. Hats off to Serbia. The gold medal match is finally here. Team USA versus France. And Victor Wembanyama will attempt to take gold in his own backyard. And from here, I'm thinking this is a foregone conclusion. Because if Jokic could not beat these guys, I didn't see a way Wembanyama can do it as great as he is. But even still, France put up a fight. Team USA was maintaining a 10-point lead most of the game. But that's just because of their forces and what they have on their side. It's just way too much. But France was still hanging in there regardless, because if they wasn't, it would be more than just a 10-point lead. They were kind of going back and forth a little. And then right here, this is the moment where it happened. Goroshan Yabusele got his NBA contract. League front offices was going crazy when they saw that. And I know for a fact he was grinding for that one too. You cannot convince me otherwise that dunking on LeBron is not a huge unspoken achievement for every professional hooper. Because he had the same reaction Jason Tatum had when he dunked on him. Ja Morant already said he wanted to dunk on LeBron too. This is like beating the final boss in a video game. But this gave France an opening and a lot of momentum for a potential comeback. And with 3 minutes and 2 seconds in the fourth quarter, it looked like that comeback was inevitable, as France will cut the lead down to 3. And with this, with the hometown crowd on their side, Team USA is now in trouble. We have ourselves a game. Is it crack? How does he do it? And if so, who is his dealer? Let's have a talk real quick. You know, ever since Steph Curry switched to creative mode in the 2014-2015 season, I've always personally believed that when it comes to shooting, he figured out something that the rest of the 99.9999999% of the world's population just hasn't. I've always felt like that was the result of just endless practice and training on Curry's end. That was until now. After this, I just think he snorts before games. Because in the final 3 minutes and 2 seconds of the game, that was not Curry going lights out. I've seen Curry going lights out. That's not it. In the final 3 minutes and 2 seconds of that game would be Steph committing war crimes against France. What did France do to him? Was the baguettes not tasty enough? 2 defenders on him. 2. With LeBron and KD open. I done seen Nicholas Batum came away from that play bleeding. Guarding this man, Steph, is officially life-threatening. Yeah, GG's to France, but they were not winning that one. I rose up from that couch after that game, went to the nearest court on the block, and put up some shots. I was inspired, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't think I missed even once while I was doing that. That's the crazy part. It was all green. All green. But Team USA completed the mission and brought home the gold. And what a journey it has been. For as long as I can remember, I've always loved the Olympics for many reasons. But basketball was never one until now. This right here is what it's all about. And I know Wembanyama was emotional after that loss, but there's nothing to be ashamed of. He put up a good fight against possibly the greatest team ever assembled. And he's only 20 years old doing this. Him and France will be back. They all will be back, stronger and better than ever. And when that time comes, Team USA is in trouble because this is LeBron's last Olympics. And this is Curry's first and last Olympics. Kevin Durant's status is up in the air, but either way, this is an end of an era. It feels like everything led up to this one event. And after this, nothing will ever be the same. I know this next NBA season is not going to feel the same for sure. And as their careers start winding down and they start riding into the sunset, it's really going to be up to the next generation, like the Anthony Edwards, the Jason Tatums, the Devin Bookers, the Tyrese Halliburtons, for them to take over. And good luck with that, because like I said, this Olympics proves without a shadow of a doubt that the rest of the world has officially caught up. It took so many years to get to this point, but it has finally happened. When that time comes, Team USA better be ready. But for now, this has been the story of the rise of Olympic basketball.